the dragon next.
Confirmed here. It was live on the internet. Dragons next.
Dragons.
Yo.
Right.
Wait.
I would make Sean duller than Arya.
What needs to happen is Sean's actually done last, so she is.
So she's the tallest after all.
Well, she can fly, can't she?
There you go. She's actually cheating on the scale. She's actually flying. Cool. Well, welcome back to Icewind Dale. Very appropriate for this time of the year, even though it's not snowing. It never snows at this time of the year in England, but it's
Nor in
Christmas.
Scotland.
Nor in Scotland. There you go. But hey ho, it's cold. So Icewind Dale. Boom. Does anybody remember what happened last time?
The dead were put back in their place.
Not by me. I just shot a bunch and missed every single one.
Did you hit anything? Oh, you hit the
No,
water
I don't think I did.
You did hit the water weird at one point.
I know I used my barrier a couple times, but I don't know if I actually hit anything.
You did some things. It's fine. We all have those arrow issues sometimes, just not hitting the right part.
Oh, it's because my arrows got warped by the cold because they weren't made for this climate, you see. So they don't fly straight now.
Yeah. It like
That's what they all say.
it affects the feathers on the ends. Yeah, that's true.
So I guess the biggest thing that happened, we saw a Hagsy Doodle over yonder. The Hagsy Doodle was making some human stew from the people who went missing here, I'm guessing. She didn't like that we didn't appreciate her human stew.
Yeah, you didn't want to taste it. She kept offering it you, but you're like, nah.
No.
You decided to stab her little lantern thing. I think that's what triggered it.
I mean, maybe. Yeah. But I mean, yeah. How can I be expected to suffer that thing to live? I can't be expected to do the impossible.
No one else seemed to mind.
Well, for Grimleg, it was impossible.
There you go.
But
it was impossible for Grimleg to ignore, so he triggered a fight. A big-ass skeleton popped up and wrecked Sean. Quite literally.
Yeah, that was...
Like, one swing smashed her into a wall. That's quite funny, actually.
So we defended ourselves from the giant, and then we defeated the Hagsy Doodle and the Will-O-Wisp, and we acquired said pot of self-warming things and stew.
Oh yeah. You got a
and
big
then,
pot.
yeah. Then we went round to the frozen room over yonder. We saw that there were all these suicidal giants who decided that they wanted to freeze themselves underwater for some sort of ritualistic purpose. That was kind of weird. And then we went round, had an explore. We found like a room full of icicles that was making the spooky wind noises. One of those icicles was not an icicle, but instead
It was like
the ice queen thing.
Yeah, it was the fucking goddess that keeps everything in winter.
Quinton?
Yeah, or basically, maybe not her herself, but sort of like an avatar, maybe?
Maybe? I don't know.
But either way, it wanted to
She
touch
said some
me.
ominous things.
Yeah.
I think she was just there to taunt us.
She tried to touch me inappropriately, but Grimleg
did.
wasn't having it.
Always ask
Grimleg-
permission, kids. Only bad guys touch without permission.
I think you broke Pete.
I just started thinking of that Joe Biden.
Wake up.
Oh dear. But yeah.
Anyway, yeah. And then we came back and we investigated the body in here, which I don't know if we've inspected yet, actually.
Oh, you
No, we
did.
did.
It was still frozen. Hassak cast his burning hands on the waterfall, melted the ice, and the water weird came snaking out and started that fight. But then the body was left on the floor. You kind of kicked the water weird's ass. I don't think it even touched any of you. It was dead, and then you found the guy and took his stuff off of him.
It was an explorer's kit and a mining pick.
Oh, yeah. Did we put that on the thing?
Yep.
Sweet.
So after that, Grimleg was like, I'm going to go lift this part. Couldn't lift the part. And then Vidvan was also like, I'll help you. Couldn't lift the part. Then all the ladies got involved. They lifted the pot and spilt human stew all over Vidvan. So he's kind of warm and had a little bit of a bathe. But you managed to take the stew pot back with you to the town itself, East Haven, and are currently there together, possibly seeking to sell it or turn it into a hot tub. I can't remember exactly which was going on. But you did get your prizes off of the woman that told you to go do this mission in the first place. And she gave you a nice sack full of furry things and a scroll.
Oh, yeah, there's like creatures and shit inside the, what would you call it?
Creatures and
Cloak of
shit.
Tricks?
Oh, wait. I've just realised.
Bag of Tricks?
Bag of Tricks, yeah. I think it was a grey bag of tricks as well.
Did we put that? Where did we put that?
We need to get new Ophelia down. There we
Oh,
go.
yeah, it's on there. Grey Bag of Tricks. I needed to look that up and I forgot to do so.
Yeah, it's rules. I think I put them in. I can't remember.
Grey Bag of Tricks. Alright, well, should we go get some harpies?
Oh yeah, those were around.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, they're not undead, but, you know, it's probably best to kill them.
you are actually back at the town right now, so.
Oh,
Oh,
oh yeah, we did. We took the Cauldron pack, didn't we?
Artwork. Character. Artwork.
Would anyone mind if I had the Grey Bag of Tricks? Or would anyone else? Actually, it might be funny if Sean has it. She'd be like the queen of all the animals.
Twinger jumps on the back of every one of them.
I mean, I'm not really gonna use it, so
Normie. I've got too many things to do with my actions as it is.
So is it? Yeah, it's an action.
I do too, such as shooting people.
I'm missing.
And missing, yeah.
I think I could make use of it.
We're going to sell the Cauldron too, right?
I guess so.
Unless we want to make a Cauldron business and turn that into the rest of the Icewind deal.
Where
We can-
we? I mean, Grimleg's all for selling it, but it would make a good. One of these towns might benefit from having it.
Yeah, we can literally solve world hunger with it.
Yeah. Was it which ones were like poor and starving?
Certainly not East Haven. Some of the ones further up north were the more poorer ones.
Hmm.
Isn't
As if
it
they-
where Arya's uncle lives? Wasn't that one pretty bad?
Look, JJ, come in.
Yes, Koenig,
Look,
I
JJ,
believe.
come in.
I mean, they weren't the worst off, but
Come in.
yeah, certainly not.
The one with the skull caps was pretty bad because they had to capture what's his face's mayor.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. That place
Speaker.
probably doing the worst out of all the ones you've visited so far.
Excuse me. Well, I guess bringing it back there might be all right.
Yeah, we could go and give them the solution to all their problems.
Do we want to give it to the cultists? I mean, Grim will give it to whoever pays the most. Just don't tell my associate. Don't tell my what was her name again?
Subordinate.
Subordinate. Yes, don't tell subordinate. But Grimleg will take it where the most money is to be got.
Well, if she
Well,
wasn't weirdly absent.
I don't know if we're going to do that now. She seems to be out of it from the last of our,
She does. I
adventures.
think we should be worried. She's probably in quite a bit of
Oh, no.
psychological distress.
She's
We'll
fine.
just leave Garzula to watch over her, and then we can go and sell this pot. And then when they ask where all the money came from, we'll just be like, "No, we found it under a rock."
Just look at that 1,000-yard stare. She looks perfectly healthy.
Wait. Why is she T-posing?
To assert dominance, it's the first
Yes.
thing I started.
My
Right.
studies have concluded that is how mammals assert dominance.
We'll try that next time, man.
So yeah, it would take a lot to lug this giant cauldron around with you. You might struggle getting it between places. The axe beaks certainly won't be able to carry it.
But they can drag it, right?
Can we set up like a sled?
Possibly.
Yeah, we can probably put it like on top of a big case and have the axe beaks just pull it, right?
Why don't we take some of the giant's bones and then attach them to the bottom?
Wait, a sled is a thing we can buy.
It is.
Oh wait, do you want to use a giant bone sled? That's a fun idea.
Yeah, we could just use the giant rib cage.
Because if we have a sled, we can ride it too, and we can. Grimleg can make poisons whilst on the road, potentially.
Attach it to the back of it.
How expensive would a sled be?
It's a traveling soup kitchen.
I wonder how much a sled is. So,
Hey God, how expensive is a sled?
Oh, it's actually kind of hard to find where it is in all of this. I'm sure I saw it. Oh no, I saw a sled dog.
No.
Sled dog!
No.
I mean, a single sled dog is like 50.
We have the axe beaks for that.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find out what the sled itself would cost.
We need to get to Georgia now.
If not, we could always just make one out of the ribcage, like Hasak said.
Mhm.
What would we need to do that? Scrimshaw, okay.
We're on our way.
Survival check? Something like that?
Grimleg has.
Would it not just be the same as a cart, but have sleds instead of wheels?
I'm sure there is one. Should I look up the place where I normally get my mundane items? Should I look that up, Tom?
Yeah.
The sled is 20 gold pieces. It's £300.
Ooh.
That's what according to
Not bad.
There you go. Or
You know what?
you could
That's
just
such a good investment.
you could sell it in
Grimleg
this
might-
place, possibly.
Let's go find it. Go find a sled merchant.
Sled seller?
Whatever, pull me, pull me.
So we're gonna go and find the sled merchant.
Do an investigation check.
Grimleg's terrible at those.
I'm really good at those, actually.
Wow, so Grimleg, who's got no positives at all, got a 16. And
Well,
then
shit.
Hasak rolled a 1 and then still didn't get very good. So
I have a +7, +1d4, and I still rolled less.
so
Pretty good. Shall I give it a go?
yeah, if you want to.
Sure, let's have a look.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
Oh!
There we go.
Girls to the rescue.
Yeah.
So it turns out the ladies do know what they're doing and exactly where to go, as they lead you around and find kind of, what do they call them? Not a wood carver. There's a specific term for them, isn't there?
Carpenter?
A carpenter. That was the word I was looking for.
Jesus.
Jesus. You found him. That's it. Mission complete.
Don't die, Jesus! No!
Why are you making a cross to hang yourself on? So you find
Why
a
are the
carpenter
Romans here?
in the middle of East Haven itself, willing to sell you one of his sleds that he's just freshly made out of fine mahogany. I don't know if that's a good wood to make.
Oh
sleds.
no, isn't that convenient?
No, pine.
Mahogany in this part of the world.
Yeah, not mahogany. That's way too fucking expensive.
Why did you last get that mahogany shipped in? Can't imagine it grows here.
Yeah, I was going to say it probably times it by 1,000.
Yeah.
Grimleg wants the special red one. Monogamy.
Don't we all agree? Like,
You heard it here. Goblins, monogamous only. So yeah, he will sell you one of his pine sleds for the 20 gold that you're asking for.
20 gold, you said?
No, well, cute. But Grimleg doesn't have that much. Can Grimleg contribute 4?
I mean, there's 5 of us today, so we could just
4
contribute
gold
4.
each.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody
Yes, I
got
post
4 gold.
4 gold. If his pockets and hands in.
I do the same.
Wait, 5 of us? What is it? 20 divided by my brain.
5 is 4.
Yeah,
It's 4,
so- my brain just had a moment. I apologize.
I have found those moments to be quite common among your people.
What are you trying to say?
Just that you shouldn't be embarrassed about it.
Sorry, what were you saying? I wasn't paying attention. He's already like sitting on top of the sled, just like, aha, alchemist kit goes here. Ooh, a secret compartment. Does it have a secret compartment, Tom?
How many of the axe beaks can we tie to the sled? How many people can sit inside it?
Probably all the axe beaks could be hooked up to it, but you'd only be able to fit kind of 3 people at a time, especially if you're hauling stuff.
Oh, thank God.
Looks like you're walking Grimleg.
No, I'm already on it. You can't shift me, I bite.
Is that a challenge?
I didn't brush my teeth today.
Ew. Go brush your teeth.
No.
I want to do a psychic jump to the sled and just sit down.
So, whilst this is happening and you're setting yourselves up and everything like that, a man approaches you in a rather fancy kind of cloak.
Has that shoots him? No, I'm kidding.
Instantly collapses on the floor, arrow in chest. He actually, so the livers of Icewind Dale, that residents of Icewind Dale, sorry. Livers of Icewind Dale.
No livers.
Hey, called it.
Livers with eyes and legs.
So the residents, roll me a history check.
Oh, snap. I just realized I was going to do...
Residents evil.
Ooh.
Oh shit. Was that ones?
I rolled a 1 and then rolled another natural 1.
How many ones have you rolled? Oh,
Oh,
there's
hey.
another one to go.
He's rolling, Tom.
Well, the residents. Grimleg kind of shouldn't have counted, but oh well, he got a natural one
Yeah.
anyway.
What role is it?
History check. So Ophelia knows for sure. She's probably seen this guy before in talks with her own father. Are you? You're not sure. You don't recognise him. Grimleg, you're probably convinced that this guy is actually like a envoy of death and come to kill you all.
No!
Hassak again. You don't recognize him. Not a clue. You've probably not really been to East Haven much. But yeah, Ophelia, you know him for sure. With talks with your father, he is the speaker of this town, Danneth Waylan, and he seems to be approaching you directly. Well, the group directly.
Okay. In which case, she'll probably just give him a wave and just say, "Do you say Wayland?"
No D.
Wayland.
Yeah.
And she'll probably just say, "What time of day is it? Is it morning?" Or,
It's more like mid-afternoon at this point.
she'll probably say, "Afternoon, Mr. Wayland." Just
He gives you like a curt little nod, and he goes, "I recognise you, but I see that this group has acquired something quite interesting. I am indeed Speaker Waylan of East Haven itself, and I'm here to possibly buy this fine cauldron from yourselves."
Oh shit, that was quick.
Don't look him in the eyes. He's gonna go away.
just not a lad. Ophelia will just say, "You would probably recognize my father more than myself."
Ah, that's where I recognise it's the eyes mostly, but yes, I indeed do know your father. Done some good business with him. He was only here a couple of days ago and said he'd gone back home. Have you come back in instead to finish off deals?
No, I'm away anyway. But I didn't realize he was here.
Oh yes, only a couple of days ago. But he said he had to leave. Seemed rather strange, like he was in a hurry to go somewhere. But he said he'd be back at some point and finish off his business. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm sure that bores you. We'll talk new business though. So I would very much like to get this cauldron off of your hands. I have this right here, and he pulls out a bag.
Gone.
Yeah. You hand over the cauldron, or the gobbo gets it. No, I have this, and he pulls out a bag, and then produces a gem out of the bag. Looks like there's still more in it. And looking at this particular gem, it's very valuable. Probably around 500 gold pieces for just the one gem.
If only we had Sean to make it look like it was cheaper.
Oh, you only want one gem. I was going to give you all 5 of them.
No, I wanted 5.
I will offer you 5 of these gemstones for that fine cauldron.
What about one for each of us?
There's only 5 of you currently, so that works out very well.
I think you'll find that there's 8.
He
Are you counting Meep?
Yes.
He glances over you all and he just goes, maybe your other companions are somewhere else, if that's what you mean?
I want to inside check this guy. I don't trust him.
Okay, go for it.
Oh yeah, do I recall my father maybe saying anything about him and or his character?
Get advantage on an insight check.
Can Grimlake try? Grimlake didn't trust him from the start.
Ooh, so we've got a 13 and a 13.
Hassak's going to make an insight just for joining in. Yep, it's just.
Aha!
Hassak's out of it, apparently.
Oh, damn. So the others don't really get much of an idea, but Grimleg, being on edge about death coming after your souls, realizes that this guy seems pretty genuine and wants to ensure that he himself gets the cauldron so that none of the other speakers can lay their hands on it and do anything untowards with it.
Well, sorry, I didn't get that information.
Grimleg, I guess, goes, "Say, speaker, well, Wayland, why do you want it so much?"
No D, my friend.
Ah, Wayland.
You don't have a D?
I don't have a D, unfortunately.
Most
That's it.
unfortunate.
Yeah. It was a mandatory joke.
It's the sacrifice of being a speaker. They have to chop it off.
Oh shit.
No.
You know what? We should do that to all public servants.
You can have all the power you want. We just need that dick.
Yep, we're going to need that tea, I'm afraid. Hand it over.
Suddenly, nobody wants to be prime minister.
Exactly.
So he looks at you, Grim, and he goes, quite an inquisitive little fellow, aren't you? This is just so that the cauldron doesn't fall into the wrong hands. I'd rather it stay here and be able to feed the people of this town as we're getting larger and larger, and food is getting hard to come across through all of 10 towns. Something like that, and he points at the cauldron, would help this town very much in particular.
Yeah, food could go a very long way. But, why do you want it more than... Well, what would happen if someone else got it? Would they just inherit the wealth from increased food reserves?
Most likely, and there are some of the other speakers, not all, some of them are trustworthy, some of them are drunken layabouts, but there are some in particular that would use this to gain far too much power and throw things off in general. I could see it being used against the people rather than for. Perhaps even with something like this, we could stop having sacrifices.
I've been meaning to get to the bottom of that, too.
I understand what you're saying, Mr. Speaker, but, well, quite frankly, we have seen a couple towns that seem to need it more badly than yours does.
Well,
Koenig.
Koenig is kind of falling apart. They're under some very, very bad leadership, I would say, at the moment. There are other places that probably deserve it more. Bremen, for instance, we could certainly send some towards their way, but others not so much.
How long does the stew last once it is summoned?
It seems to stay warm for a while, but it probably wouldn't last too much longer. It would have to be like within an hour kind of thing.
I mean, I don't really know shit about the local politics, so...
You know, we could really do with the money, too. That's at least, what, 2,500 gold?
Well, we don't know this guy. How do we know he's not gonna hoard it for himself? Oh, well, I guess I picked up that he's being honest, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, who cares if he's paying us that much?
Well, that's a telling opinion.
But first, tell us about these sacrifices. Why are they happening?
Well, 3 of the towns, to protect their numbers, because they're the 3 biggest, must make sacrifices to Auril to keep her at bay and make sure that she doesn't send any minions, I suppose, our way. The other towns, in not so many words, people were being murdered as it was. Although that seems to have picked up again recently. There have been a couple murders in each of the towns that make the sacrifices. Actually, some high up lords. Actually, it's quite strange. Oh, and there goes Ophelia floating off the screen.
That
Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
It's like,
I'm writing a Christmas card over my keyboard.
you think there might be some connection between the sacrifices and the murders?
It would seem so if murders are happening in all three of the towns that are making the sacrifices in the first place, especially the way that it is happening. Each one, there is no sign of the weapon once we get to the murder site. Just a single stab wound to the heart and partly frozen over through the actual wound itself.
Sounds like magic, if you ask me.
Possibly. She could
Probably.
be doing this anyway. Oriel has a lot of control over all of Icewind Dale now.
About that, who is she, and why is she doing this?
You've never heard of the Frostmaiden before?
Not until very recently, as you might be able to guess just by looking at me. I'm not from around here.
Oh, I just thought you were a particularly blue Goliath that had lost his nose to frostbite or something. Well, we don't know much about her in particular, just that she's the Frostmaiden and has brought this terrible winter upon us for the past couple years, and probably will never relent. We've no idea of how to stop her, and probably don't have any power to do so. So we just try to live the best we can.
As the speaker of this house, of the speaker of this town, aren't you responsible for these sacrifices?
Indeed.
Ultimately.
I've had to set it up and create the poll to pick a person out at any given time. Poll's probably not the right word, actually.
Does your name ever go into the poll?
It does indeed. Every person that resides within the town itself, even yourselves if you were to stay here for any given amount of time, would have to go inside, and when we pick the names, whoever's picked has to be sacrificed. Wow, okay.
Dog just
That's what happens to whoever is picked.
Just set the dogs on them.
He's in the background.
So your solution to murders occurring in other places is to commit murders here.
Well, no, the sacrifices have been going on for a while, and they have kept her at bay for some time. We know if we stop doing them, then bad things descend upon us. It could be anything. Plagues, destruction of everything. So, yes, we know that something bad would happen, but yeah, we're...
So it's been attacked by monsters before.
Yes, things can happen. We've had frost giants or zombified versions come into the town before, and without the sacrifices, then a lot more people would die. The murders themselves seem to be a different matter entirely, whether it's somebody that's caught the ire of the Frostmaiden herself, or something completely different. Perhaps it is somebody simply enacting revenge for another reason and making it out to be something to do with the Frostmaiden.
Well, when it comes to the frost giants, the undead ones, we found the source of that and eliminated it. It was a hag in that cave back there.
Well, perhaps she was murdering people. That's
Could
even
you
better for
point
us.
us in some direction that might give us more information on these murders? I am rather intrigued.
What information would you like to know?
Well, if we could maybe get access to either one of the bodies or where they are, maybe if there's some pattern, something that might help us. We'll find whoever is guilty.
Well, unfortunately, the bodies have been burned each time we've had one. We need to get rid of them so that they don't attract any carrion. But the exact details of it are that whoever is murdered is stabbed through the chest straight to the heart, and then said weapon is set from rumours of other towns, left inside the wound, and eventually melts away. So a possible ice shard or something is stabbed into them, and then melts upon anything touching it afterwards. So we have no particular evidence. We can't trace any weapon back to a person.
Hmm. So I suppose we just have to wait for the next killing to happen? Is there no...
Though it does happen in turn, and there are a few days between these happening. It goes from each town itself. From ourselves at East Haven, then to Bryn Shander, and then another one that Thomas can't remember off the top of his head right now.
I
So,
see.
so how does you having the cauldron make it so you don't need to sacrifice people? Because I don't see the connection.
Yeah, 'cause what I'm hearing too is that you made an agreement with Oro to sacrifice people so you don't get bad things coming in. And you've told us saying you need the cauldron to stop sacrificing people. So that math doesn't really add up for me.
No agreement has ever been made, so we are simply doing the sacrifices to keep at bay what we believe will help. Well, not keep at bay what will help, but you know what I mean.
I think you're an absolute lunatic thinking sacrificing people is going to save you from more death. I think it's just chance.
Maybe you don't actually need to do that anymore, seeing as we killed the hag. And it was in her cave that the frost giants were coming from, most likely.
But we believe that if we can feed the masses and strengthen our own walls, it could even attract others, such as yourselves, that are strong enough to keep at bay these creatures.
And risk being sacrificed? What are you, nuts?
Well, we would be stopping the sacrifices, and that would, in turn, attract more people to come to this town.
Hmm.
Still not very attractive.
Oh, you're quite quiet, Nat.
Huh?
You're quite quiet.
Oh, that's because I'm sat on the floor in presents.
Oh, it's well. I think we should consider this offer and then come back to you. Where can we find you?
I will be in the town hall.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Do you mind taking the cauldron itself to the town hall for me?
Well, we haven't agreed on purchase yet, so
Yeah.
Well, if you could wait a day or so, I could get another 5 of these gems. If that sweetens the deal even more.
We'll consider that the offer then. For now. But yeah, we need to talk about it amongst ourselves.
Oh, okay. I'll be at the town hall if you need me.
Yeah, okay.
He stands there awkwardly for a minute, not really knowing what to do, and then kind of goes, "Okay, bye," and turns around.
Literally me.
So Grimleg mushes the axe beaks a little bit, and it's just like, "Come on over here. I gotta talk to you guys."
I mean, I don't really care if he hears. That guy seems sketchy as fuck.
I know. He's what we call in the goblin world the kind of leader you don't want to be underneath. He'll get you killed. 100%. Nutcase. But when it comes to the murders, Grimleg knows something. Because Grimleg committed one.
Only one.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, well, I guess,
Who did you murder?
I don't know, which guy. But yeah, I felt sometimes, I feel the pull. The Raven Queen says you got to kill this guy, and so I was doing that, and I thought it was her, but it turned out it was the Frostmaiden, frost person, owl person. Anyway, so I saw this rich guy, and there was an ice dagger in his chest. I touched it, and it melted immediately. So I guess Grimlight killed him, but I didn't put the dagger there.
Oh, that's certainly
Sounds
curious.
more like you found a body rather than killed it. But
Well, I mean, he was alive at first, and then he died immediately.
Pretty sure he probably would have died out if he had an icicle through his chest.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
well, so did you see who put that icicle there?
Oh, the Frostmaiden was there. That's how I knew it was her who tricked me. She was in a doorway looking all creepy.
So let me get this straight. You see a person looking all creepy in a doorway and then you go towards it.
I think she kind of disappeared. I just caught a glimpse. But after that, the guards were chasing me, so I ran. Yeah. They probably think I did it. That's why the guards were after me in that first town. I mean, I guess I contributed to the guy's death. But I didn't put the dagger there.
Well, then I guess if we find who did put it there, you'd be off scot-free, so to speak.
Yeah. But personally, I don't like this guy.
No, me neither. I don't understand why he's sacrificing people when he's just like, oh, it's to protect us from the Frostmaiden. And I mean, I'll be honest, the Frostmaiden seems way more involved in what we are doing than what the towns are doing.
Well, I just want to get out of this town as soon as possible. That thing in the ice cave was a little too... I don't want to go back there.
Just seems like a bully to me.
What's his name?
A what?
Bully.
Bully.
Mm.
Yeah.
A bullet.
Personally, I think that we should give the cauldron to my future wife.
Wait, Rat Daddy is your future wife?
Rat Daddy. So, the tiefling we found, what was her name? The
You
albino.
don't know the name of your wife?
Well, those kind of things come after you get married.
I'm going to disagree with you there, Grimlag. I don't think we should be giving them anything.
Yeah, I do think you're a little biased in that.
It's like I said, if you have skull caps for knees, you've never got good intentions.
I think you're a little blinded there by that crush.
I mean, maybe.
I don't think
Blinded
there's
by the skulls.
I wasn't looking at the skulls. I was looking at her boobs.
exactly.
And her gargoyles. She's got cool gargoyles. But yeah, I think we should give them to them. But I could be talked out of it.
I definitely don't think we should.
The way I see this, we could either give it to those who seem to need it most, and either not get any money out of it or get less, or give it to these people and get a bunch of money out of it.
I'm tempted to just give it to this sketchy-looking man just for the amount of money, especially if he's willing to double the price.
Same.
However, I quite happily murder him whenever I can.
Well, that's a little extreme.
Well, I didn't like him. He smelled fishy.
Somehow I just think he's going to end up bad.
I have no clue what either of you said.
Oh, first.
Hang on. Where's my phone? Hang on. I've got a solution.
Yeah, we get the gold off him and then we murder him.
Ooh.
And then we make Grimlake speaker.
Yeah. Grimlake likes this idea. I won't sacrifice people. Follow me.
Yeah, no, my suggestion would be, if you were wanting to do that, the Hassan would be to line up whoever you would like to be in power first. Otherwise, more of the same are just going to turn up.
Meeps in power.
Meep's definitely more sane than that guy.
Meep.
And suddenly the import of carrots goes up tenfold.
Well, I am content with whichever choice you make.
I
Can
say we
we-
get the money.
Yeah, but we don't know how much money they're going to give us in other places. Other places have money too. But he has a lot, I will admit.
I'm pretty sure if your subordinate was here, she would be adamantly opposed to selling it instead of giving it to those who need it most.
Yeah, but she doesn't need to know that.
I know, I believe she's still T-posing over in the end.
Hang on. So what are the options? We've got Arya's uncle. In terms of like what speakers we could give it to, we've got Arya's uncle. We've got the prisoner one. Well, which is basically giving it to the cult.
Good choice.
We've got this guy.
Who's going to give us 5,000 gold pieces for it.
Yeah, which is enormous.
I wish we had WhatsApp and could just ask Arya's uncle how much he would give us for it.
The problem is he text drunk, so it wouldn't make any
never know.
sense.
The other thing is, the guy said that if you're here a certain amount of time, then you can go into the pot for sacrifice. And he conveniently wants us to wait a day, and so he can double the amount. Do you know what I mean?
You think
Well,
the amount of time
why-
is one night. You stay here one night, we can sacrifice you.
why don't we go camp out on the outskirts of the village then?
Oh yeah.
It's cold as fuck.
Yeah, I'd rather not spend a night in a tent out in the snow. Thank you.
Yeah,
I mean, just saying, if you're really worried about being sacrificed,
Sorry,
that is an option.
that one's got me. Just like, whoops, you stayed in direction I. It looks like you're dead.
Yeah. Oh, what a coincidence. Your names were all in the pot. Guess
Or,
you're
you
dead.
know, we could rig it, put Meep in as a sacrifice. Meep can't be sacrificed, so there.
That is true. You could just use your strange illusion magic to make it look like whatever paper they pull just says Meep on it.
Oh, I don't use any illusion magic.
Grimlake does. Grimlake could do that.
Well, there you go. I can't say I quite understand the way magic works here.
With
Just say a couple of words, wave your hands a little, and then boom.
You just asked the Raven Queen.
I find this just outrageous, but very well. I had to go to fucking university to be able to do some magic.
I'm still paying off my debts now.
And even then, I can't do it unless I have my laboratory and a bunch of specialized equipment.
Oh,
You know, sometimes it's just easier for some people.
What little magic I do have was because I did some strange experiments on myself, and
Oh,
it's just unfair.
well, I mean, on the other hand, Grimlake had to get a weird frog put in his belly. And that was the trade-off, I guess.
Does the frog give you magic?
No, I mean, it was the Raven Queen that saved me from that, and that's when I became devout.
Yeah, and to be fair, I spent several years studying it.
see, that's actually where the term frog in your throat comes from. It's the frog that gives you the magic.
I can just kind of do mine.
I'll just gesture towards her with a fucking pissed off expression.
I mean, I can't do a lot. You guys do an awful lot more than I can. I can talk to Meep.
That's the most important spell.
It's like if the X-Men came together and they were all like, "Oh yeah, well, I've got these like super cool mutant powers and stuff like that," and you're just like, "I can talk to this one rabbit
And the pocket rat.
and Pocket Rat."
That's Rat Daddy for you.
Rat Daddy. Rat Daddy.
Rat Daddy.
Gee. Well, I mean, I kind of like the idea of rigging the next sacrifice, but I mean, to what end? I guess
It's like,
if he,
it doesn't even affect you whatsoever, and you just rig it for no apparent reason.
yeah, I mean, if he tries to, oh,
Why don't we just rig it for him to be put in?
yeah, we put his name in.
Do you remember that when you first came to the town, there was already a sacrifice going on?
Yeah.
So it happens like every what, few days?
Every week.
Surely that's not sustainable either way.
Well, again, for the residents, they know that this is a monthly thing.
Because
it happens in Bryn Shander as well, which most of these guys are from.
I meant to ask before the dude left, and I guess it's too late now. He said the murders happened, like there was a sequence to them. It happened in one town, then the next one, then the next one, and then it repeated. And I meant to ask, where was the last one? Like, where would the next one be?
So I'll say he says it in the order. So when he said it happens here in East Haven, then it happens in Bryn Shander a few days later, and then it'll happen in Targos after that.
Okay, and do we know where the last one happened?
My one was in Bryn Shander.
How long ago was this?
The first day you met me.
Oh, so not terribly long ago. So the next one is probably Targos? Where is that?
Let's move over to the map.
No, we could just wait here. If it happens in a circle, we could just wait here.
Well, we did just see the one here, the sacrifice anyway.
Yeah, but you're saying the murderer goes around in a circle.
Was the sacrifice interchangeable or no?
Yeah, so like traveling sacrifice festivities, like a caravan that goes from one town to the next, witnessing all the sacrifices throughout the month.
It's like
I wonder if I could buy a season ticket.
It's like a pub crawl, but just with sacrifices and
You
stuff.
probably could buy a season ticket.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone sells them.
So hang on. So it started at Bryn Shander. We're in Eastern now.
We're following a trade route.
Did you know? You know, at the executions, you can sometimes pay people to get at the front.
I can't say I am very familiar. No.
So it was here. Has there only been the two, including the sacrifice?
Targos is far as fuck.
Where is Targos?
It's over here.
We probably have to stop off on that.
What was the name of that place we needed to go to that was a bit north? If you remember that place that we were told where Oral was, kind of like Lair was.
It's
We're in Grimskull, was it? Or was it?
Yes, Grimskull.
Okay.
That's where the giants come from, apparently. Apparently, Oral. Oral, I guess, is the Frostmaiden.
Yeah, we were directed there eventually, weren't we? But I presume we're going to do the town stuff first, I guess.
I mean, whatever is most pressing, I suppose.
To go all the way to Dugan's Hole, just for the sake of it. Stop off in good meat. Get some good meat.
Get some good meat.
Was it Targos or Bremen that had the Loch Ness monster?
Bremen was the Loch Ness monster.
Oh, I mean, we could do that. We could make our way to Targos, see if we could stop the murder, and then go and deal with the monster.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that idea.
Do you know, to those who live here, are you aware of where they might need this cauldron the most?
I spent most of
Would
my
we
time in Brinchander.
I think, did Arya say
So-
something then? I missed that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of more. I've stayed within kind of Brinchander area, but I've kind of ventured out a little bit more amongst the wilderness side of things. So do you think I'd know about it?
Which place needs it the most?
Yeah, is that something that I probably know?
Probably. The guy mentioned Bremen. Bremen is probably one of the places that does need it the most. Along.
Okay, well, I'll kind of.
Oh, go on.
Along with what?
Caer Dineval is also very badly off.
Okay.
But that is
Okay,
also
well,
where
I'll
the
say
fortress is.
both Caer Dineval and Bremen. Then I'll say to the others that both Caer Dineval and Bremen would need it.
Have we been to Caer Dineval?
If we go to Cairn
Yeah.
Dineval, you're giving it to the cult. That's where Grimleg's wife is.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what Grimleg's vote is.
Actually, Dugan's
I mean, it is the
Hole as
closest,
well. Dugan's Hole is very badly off.
We've not been to Dugan's Hole.
Yeah, it's very small little. It's hardly even a town actually. But yeah, it's not. It's certainly not the best stuff.
I guess, strangely enough, I might actually. Well, I mean, I don't know how. Your uncle Arya, he seems competent yet also incompetent.
No.
Yeah, he's when the chips are down, he does tend to pull things off. He's just a little bit, let's just say, erratic after a few drinks, but generally
Erotic.
he's.
He's not erotic after a few drinks.
Oh, that's not an image I needed.
If we were to sell it to him, I have a feeling he'd lose it or something.
Well,
I also don't think anyone will give us as much money. So.
I'm just picturing sexy lingerie underneath plate armor.
Oh, don't do
Oh
that.
God!
Can you imagine if it gets cold, it would stick.
The best part is he could probably strip it all off and still wouldn't be that cold.
Yeah.
I really don't need that imagery.
You know, if you take the Dragonborn out of the equation, lingerie behind, like under armor, that's not too bad.
You would pinch if that was all you wore under your armor.
Are you kidding as well? That would chafe like nothing. You know,
Exactly.
you'd be walking around with blisters all day.
And you'd
Not
make
Not to
weird
mention
sounds.
that
Yep.
if
Blisters
Like-
would have blisters.
You'd make weird sounds when you walked, like squelching sounds.
Imagine all the sweat that would build up.
I would also like to point out that if you were to wear like high fashion lingerie in this climate, you're gonna have a bad time.
You should see their new fur-lined range.
So I've been talking about this, but I don't know what lingerie is.
Someone else can explain it to him because I ain't.
It's a word in Gnomish. You need to ask the next gnome if you see.
Okay, will do.
Yeah, it originates from the Gnomish word lingere, which actually means bees.
Tooth floss. Oh.
So I've got an idea. Why don't you hear me out a second? Why don't we take the road from East Haven down towards Goodmead, Dugan's Hall, and then we travel up towards Brinchander through the snow?
You know what actually might be best is if no one knows where the cauldron is.
Yeah, we could hide it right in the middle of nowhere.
But where it could be used.
Or
So-
we just keep it moving the whole time like it's like a travelling soup van. Stow van. We've got a sled, we attach it to the back, and then we just charge people 1 silver for a pot of stew. And then, boom, we're rich.
I like that idea.
So your plan was to take it to Dugan's Hole, roughly?
Yeah, just to see what was going on there mostly. Because from, getting just maybe each town seems to have something going on a little bit in it. So it might be worth checking and seeing what's going on there in case it's something that might help us or something that might give us more information. And it's places we haven't been. We also haven't been to Targos. No, we have been to Targos once. So.
Have we? Oh yeah, that's where the dwarves were.
It's the dog as well. That's where Boy was from.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I mean, we could go to Dugan's Hole and then cut across country up to Enchanter.
That's what I was thinking. Cross country as well, which means some delicious combat, maybe. Maybe not.
So,
no, they find a werebear.
I mean, out of character, giving it to this guy is just gonna. I think it's gonna make it a bad time.
I just think it feels a little slimy, despite the amount of money we could get from it. He feels slimy, and I don't like that feeling. He feels slimier than those devils that tried to take us earlier on.
I think he's just mental. I think he's just a mental.
I can't get it around the fact how they're sacrificing people.
Yeah.
This doesn't make any sense to me.
There's something going on there. Like, how would that be? I mean, they may not have that threat coming anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Is that better? I've ticked the places you've been to.
See, we've
We've
made like
already
a
been to half of them.
Yeah. And then if you want to go after Targos and Bremen, we could make our way up to Tourmaline and Lonelywood just to see what's going on there. No?
I mean, I don't suppose there's any hurry to sell the...
No, we don't. I don't think we're in any rush to sell this. And besides, if we come back later and, we can always just keep it for ourselves if he isn't willing to pay the same price.
It would be quite telling, though, if he sent guards after us. That would be funny.
It would be very interesting.
So I'm going to use this chance to take over someone's character, and it's going to be Garzula, and she'll turn around to you guys and just go, well, isn't it a bit odd that the guy just turned up and knew what it was about? Isn't that the weirdest part? Not the fact that he's got just a shit ton of money?
I was waiting to kind of point this out as well. I thought it was strange that he just approached us out of nowhere. We hadn't told anyone, hadn't said anything about it, hadn't even taken it anywhere.
It was
This guy knows what it is.
He's a harpy.
I'm just wondering if he maybe had dealings with a hag.
Oh, that's a possibility.
So what if in fact he wasn't sacrificing to Oro, but he's sacrificing to something else instead?
What if Grimleg snuck into his house? We can find out more about him.
I mean, you could also take those gemstones while you're at it.
Well, if I see them, sure.
I also have a strange feeling that those gemstones maybe aren't worth the 500 gold pieces he says they are.
Perhaps not.
I think we should do that, because we want more information before we decide, right? But I guess if anything goes wrong, how about we meet on the way to Dugan's Hole?
Are you going to be able to keep up?
Probably not. But if something goes wrong, I'll send a spell into the sky, and you'll see a giant owl.
Hmm.
Besides, I could take Meep with me. He's extremely adept and invincible.
There's not wrong there. I'm more thinking about what if there's a lot more going on in East Haven than it's behind the eye and you walk into a trap.
Oh.
That is also a point.
If he's as slimy and weird as I'm thinking he is, then he's probably got some kind of protection on, you don't keep 5,000 gold pieces worth of gems lying around without some kind of protection.
Yeah.
That's his line.
means Grimlight will have to be extra careful.
He also didn't say where he lived. He only said he'd be in the town hall. I doubt he lives in the town hall.
But I guess let's start there. Maybe we should just check it out, and then I'll, have a little peek.
Well, why don't we aim to leave tomorrow morning then?
Okay, just let's not stay here. Let's not stay here that long because I don't want to be sacrificed.
I'm pretty sure there's not going to be another sacrifice for a month.
They just sacrifice someone. Don't do it that often.
Okay, well, let's do that. Let's go check out. Let's go search for information.
So you have come for information. I have some for you. I wish I could do his accent.
Nice. So, plan is stalk the speaker's town hall, and then tomorrow go to Dugan's Hall,
Yeah.
and then back up to Bryn Shander through the wilderness.
I agree with that. So first we want to find out what's the crack with this dude. We need to find this dude's crack.
His crack stash, yes.
Yeah. All right, let's do that.
May I have guidance? Who has guidance? Ah,
I'm pretty sure she's...
People's.
she's got that
Yeah.
look.
She's got that. All right. Well, I think that's our plan, Timothy. Let's do it.
Okie dokie. So, you want to just go into the town hall?
Maybe maybe look around the outside and maybe see if I can sneak in.
Okay. So first off, we are going to want a stealth check.
Oh, come on, Grimleg. Now is your time.
Grimleg.
Ah,
Oh, not bad.
not bad at all.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Nothing at all.
Okay, and then we want the. So how are you scouting it out exactly?
I will. Well, where are the windows? What do they look like?
Windows. Oh. They are up. So they're like all the windows appear to be like on the next floor mostly.
Okay. Does it look like I could climb
no,
up there?
actually, there are a couple on the lower floor as well.
Okay. Well, I'll sneak up to one of the lower windows, have a peek and a listen.
Julio.
Would you like a perception?
That's my what?
Oh, is that?
I would, yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
Thank you.
Damn.
legs on point. Hey.
So you kind of like go up the window, have a listen, have a little peek in, and you can see that there are tapestries and painted landscapes decorating the room, in the middle of which is a large table surrounded by high-backed wooden chairs, and the same symbol that you've seen around the town as well is carved into one of the chairs at the head of the table. It's a it's like a tri-coloured shield with a tower in the middle and a snowflake just above it.
Have I seen that? Where have I seen that before?
It's around the town itself, so the guards will, well, some of the guards will have them on their shields and on flags and what do they call those things that hang from the walls?
Banner?
Banners, that's the one. Sometimes there's too much information in Tom's brain and he forgets the simplest of things. Anyway, there's no one else in there. It's just an empty room with this table in.
Okay. Any storage in there or anything?
No storage in this one.
I'll wait around a little bit and see if anyone comes in.
How long are we waiting?
10 minutes?
No one appears.
What? I might have gotten distracted and I don't know what we're doing now.
I think
Maybe
Grimleg's breaking into the town hall.
Yeah, Grimleg's about to break into the town hall by the sounds of it.
Oh, okay.
I'll move to another window.
Okay, next window. So you walk up to the next one. I'll count the previous perception check with this one.
Okay.
You can see in this room there is neatly stacked chairs against one of the walls.
As you can see here, there are many reasons.
Okay. No people, no storage.
I mean, the room itself seems storage, but just for chairs.
Okay. Next room.
In this room, there appears to be shelves with loads of scrolls in them.
Aha. Well, any people to speak of?
No people.
Okay. I'll give it like a minute and see if I hear any movement. And whilst slowly getting out my thieves' tools.
Oakley Dokley. I think that's a good time to do this.
Ooh. There's a map.
Map.
Ooh.
There's a map.
It says that I don't have token apparently to study it. It's all black.
Yeah.
Same.
There won't be any for anybody that's not on the map, I think.
It's not what?
Dun, dun, dun.
So basically, only Grimleg is going to be able to see?
Right. Okay.
Aha.
Can we see through Grimleg's eyes? Or I guess just watch the stream?
Yeah, you should be able to see through Grimleg's eyes. You've all got access to each other's views, I believe.
Do
I
we?
have no clue how to do that.
Oh.
Yeah, they do.
It should just let you do it automatically.
It's literally I can't see anything.
Yeah, how the
Are
hell
you,
do that?
are you able to click on me at the top? I'm at the top middle.
On my side, I
What?
Middle.
killed his mother.
No.
With benefit.
No. Oh, wait.
Has that done it?
No, it's
Can
not.
you put your cursor on top of your token so that we can click on it? I love how all the cursors just congregate. I don't see shit though.
No,
I would join in, but I'm still sat on the floor. Lost my scissors. I've just had my scissors. Where have they gone?
It should let you see it.
I think you have to give us vision permissions.
I have done. That's the weird part.
Genuinely, where are my scissors?
Drag a new token on.
I'll try.
Delete.
I can't.
Drag a new one on. See if that helps.
It doesn't work for me to do it.
Delete Grimleg. He's deleted from existence.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Oh, we just had to drag a new one on. Anyway,
Yeah.
just the title then. Alright.
pretty much, and you should be able to see the room as well that he's looking into.
I
But
can
yeah.
literally just see I can see like a tiny black triangle.
Yeah. Tiny little square.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
There it is.
Whilst Grimleg's here, getting out his thieves' tools,
and there the other rooms as well.
did I look down here before?
That's just the back of the building.
Exactly.
Ah. So which room did I start with? This one over here?
Yeah, and then you kind of like moved along this way.
Okay. How hard does that window look to open?
It doesn't look like it's made to open, so it might be hard.
Grimleg will also pull out his disguise kit and disguise himself as a gnome, funnily enough. Should I make a roll for that?
Yes, please.
A very sick gnome. That's why he's green.
Charisma? What thingy?
Yeah, it would be charisma along with if you got proficiency with it.
I do indeed. Fuck.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
This is a terrible disguise.
The makeup you put on, not quite the right shade for any kind of living gnome. And the mustache goes on a bit too haphazardly, and it's kind of like very wonky. One part goes over your mouth, and the other one's like half up your cheek.
Oh, great. They call him Half Poirot. Okay. I'll go listen at the door.
Yeah.
And then I think I'll jimmy this open with the thieves' tools.
You You go to get your thieves' tools out and start putting it in the lock. Realize the door is actually open and doesn't need lockpicking.
Oh, okay. Still, I'll give a listen and see if there's anyone on the other end.
Open that door.
Do me a perception check.
Okay.
You stick your goblinoid ear up to the door and can't hear anything inside.
Okay, I open it quietly.
Dun, dun. It reveals part of a corridor and then what looks like stairs downwards, and then it kind of leads into this bigger room.
Okay.
So the stairs actually do go downwards, and this room is on the same floor as you.
Okay. Holy, what is that?
So, low-burning lanterns cast a gentle glow upon a tall, black object in the centre of this room. Although one could easily mistake it for a statue, this object is actually the figurehead of a ship, and is carved in the likeness of a winged demon. The demon-shaped figurehead stands 8 feet tall. Shards of wood jut out of the demon's out of the demon's back at the points where the figurehead once attached to the hull of the ship.
Black.
Of course the demon's black. What demon isn't black?
Wow.
But it is
Well,
also black.
Seeing as it doesn't seem to be alive, I'll continue my sneaky.
Okay, so as you kind of like stepped into the room, lashed to the figurehead with rope is a scrawny woman who is dripping wet. Her long white hair hangs over her face, obscuring it.
Oh. She appeared to be alive?
You can also see this staircase goes up to the next floor, and then you've got this one that goes down. Yeah, as far as you can tell, she doesn't look like a dead woman.
Okay. I'm going to ignore that for the time being. Gonna go get me some scrolls.
As you open the door and start to go through, you can just hear the woman kind of like softly sobbing. She's tied to this thing. So, I think.
Grimlack's tempted to shush her. But instead he goes in and gets some...
As soon as you make any noise or go close enough to her, she is going to screech, and it's just like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, I was thinking, that's a fucking witch.
Yep.
No. Grimlack quietly closes that door as well. He doesn't...
You can't hear her crying anymore.
That's better. Okay, time to investigate these scrolls.
So, yeah, I'll start opening them, seeing what they say.
Investigation.
Oh, come on, Grimlag. This is the one roll I need you to do really well on. Come on, Grimlag. Fuck!
You start like pulling out scrolls and opening them up. None of them have anything interesting. Just kind of like, so-and-so paid this towards the thing, and then there's bits on who was sacrificed on what day. And you find a couple of the pull cards, actually, for when they pull the names.
Oh. I will start grabbing handfuls of stuff at random and putting them in my bag. So, I mean, it might not make sense to me right now. Maybe someone later. And then I'll kind of, I might open the window. Oh. Are there any feathers in my disguise kit?
Yeah, there probably will be. As part of maybe one of the disguises, like a feather boa or something.
Nice. Okay. I'll open the window slightly from the inside.
Nice.
Your big bird disguise.
Your big bird disguise.
I knew there was a goblin in there.
Nah, it's actually more one of those ostrich ones where it's like you're riding the ostrich.
I'll open this window slightly, and I'll scatter some feathers around so it looks as if a bird has got in and like messed all the papers up.
You're gonna have to smash that window because it doesn't.
Oh, really? It doesn't open?
Yeah, none of them actually open.
Oh. Can I see if I can silently break it using my cloak?
Yeah, do a strength check. Have you got sleight of hand?
I do.
Do a strength check, but add proficiency to it then.
Okay.
No, not Tyler.
So plus whatever I add to. Yeah.
I mean, proficiency is 2 unless you have expertise.
No, not on
that. You hit it, and to you it's quite loud. But you think because of the way you've done it, it's probably a lot more softened than a normal just someone punching straight through a window. So you can assume people probably haven't heard it if no one's around.
That's good. Okay, I'll put some shards on the ground here as well, so it looks like it broke inwards rather than outwards. And then scatter a little bit of feather bits around.
Okay.
Stuff a couple more bits in my pack just for good measure. And then I'll listen at the door, see if anything's changed. Oh. So how does she appear to be tied to it?
Literally, like in the middle of her body, it's just roped round and actually like just full on lashed to the figurehead itself.
I sort of nonchalantly walk around to into her line of sight, and I hold my finger up in a shushing gesture.
Wisdom saving throw, please. As you approach her and go to put your finger on her mouth, you can't really see her face as the hair's over it, but as soon as you step up to her, she flicks her head up and stares directly at you, and her face does not exist. It is literally a skull for a face. And just like this toothy grin in a way. For a second,
what the fuck?
For a second, it takes you by surprise. You keep your composure, and you feel something wash over you as if it was going to have some kind of effect. But you seem fine. But at that stage, the rope itself disappears, and the woman begins to float in front of you.
Oh, can I bamf out? Can I poof out of here?
Just teleport the fuck out of there.
See ya. Yes, you can.
Though
it has to be within somewhere you can actually see.
I can see here.
Yeah.
Wait, real quick though. Does she appear to be? She's definitely an undead of some sort, right? Okay, good to know. I poof over here, and I open the door. I close it and I run. I fucking run. Ah!
Do you go find the others?
Yeah. Oh my
dear.
god!
You're just like,
I don't like that.
nope.
Watch us just miss incredibly important lore because it was scary.
Yep. Hassak's kicked back with his feet up on a nice relaxed recliner, smoking a pipe.
Grimleg, are you guys in like an inn? Or
Yeah.
I suppose.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think we left the inn in the first place, did we? Until we came
Pete,
back.
can you do me a charisma save as well, please?
Oh no.
oh,
Oh
boy.
no. Oh no.
I don't like charisma.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh.
Okay.
So now that I'm away and thinking more clearly, what in the fuck was that?
Who knows? Who knows?
What was what?
Should I roll religion?
Mm. It's probably the closest we're going to get, actually. Yeah, religion.
Okay.
Ooh, not bad.
But not enough.
You believe you believe it was pretty much just a simple spirit. Well, maybe not simple. There's nothing simple about spirits.
Vodka's deadly.
But yeah, it wasn't anything physical. It appeared to be just like a ghost or spectre of some sort.
Oh. It's gonna possess me.
Possibly.
Oh. Okay. Should we take a break real quick before Grimleg comes in and explains what he saw?
Sure.
Okay.
We will go.
Pete, Grimleg needs a smoke after that. Holy shit.
He's that stressed out. He's just like, "Oh, give me
I
money."
mean, that would have been fucking horrifying.
Yeah, would have been so good though.
So 5-10 minutes and we return.
10 minutes, please.
Sounds good.
You heard it. Jamie requested it. 10 minutes.
Okay.
Sold.
Okay.
Sold to the Scot in a completely different country.
I mean, it's a neighboring country.
A neighbouring
So-
country, yeah. Damn, I do like that bit, to be honest. This will be interesting.
Oh no, what do we do?
Whoa.
Oh,
Merry Christmas.
Christmas good.
Yeah, she's just the Christmas ghost of whatever. What was it? The future one? Just,
It's the past, I think, right? No, it is the future one that's dead.
yeah, just come to
Yeah.
kill you. Make sure you're fully dead.
Well, she should have had a face if she wanted me to talk to her.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, next time she might remember that. Just like goes.
You fascist.
Sorry, I forgot my face last time. I'll just put it back on. And we'll have a nice
I
chat.
just had to put my face on. I looked a little weird.
You see, guys, that's what women mean when they say "put my face on." If you've not seen them without it, it's horrifying.
That's what they all actually look like.
Mm.
I have questions.
Anyway, be back in 10, so Jamie can get his dog fix.
Oh man, that was. Should I roleplay?
With those words, yes, we are back.
Yeah.
Also,
Grimleg bursts in.
Andres,
Who's
I
back?
did what you asked me to do.
Ooh.
You can see where the white begins, and it's just like pure pale. It's minus
Where?
one on
What
color
now?
scale.
On what?
On me.
I am confusion.
High confusion, I'm dead.
I confusion. I don't know if the stream is back yet.
I mean, Tom said it was, right?
It is.
It seems to be snow.
Oh, yeah.
Snow and darkness.
It's like 2 minutes behind real life.
Ah, there we go. Okay. Well, Grimleg bursts in and he finds you guys, and he sits down and he looks for the nearest alcoholic drink. And grabs it, slurps it down.
You look like you, I don't know, saw some things. You alright?
No, it's terrible in there. It's weird. It's not what we thought. Okay. Clear the table.
I like to think Ophelia's probably bought like a bottle to share with Hassak, and then she leans over and she just refills your glass.
He downs it and reaches and gestures for another fill.
Yeah, it's just like, well, shit's getting real. Just refill everyone's glass.
Yeah. Okay.
And I start pulling out the documents, and I look around to make sure no one's paying too much attention to our table. If anyone is, I'll just glare at them.
What have you found?
Well, take a look at this. I couldn't make heads nor tails of it, but maybe you guys can. But, so I snuck in, okay? Picture this. There's 3 windows. I look through the first, nothing interesting. Through the second, nothing interesting. Through the third, scrolls and paper. That was my destination. So, I went round to the door. I listened, nothing. I went in, and I heard something. The crying of a woman. Human woman, I thought. Tied to a... what do you call them? Tied to a figurehead taken from a ship. Black demon thing. Anyway, she was crying and making a bit of a racket, so she didn't hear me as I snuck behind her and went into the scroll room. I made it look as if a bird had broken in and made a mess and used that opportunity to take all of these. And then I came out and I thought, maybe I'll see what's going on with this crying woman. And as soon as she saw me, it turned out she wasn't so tied to the figurehead. She was only appearing that way. And then she tried to affect me with magic. She was some sort of ghost or spirit. Undead, filthy, unclean.
How much did you have to drink this morning?
Not enough, I think.
I mean, you must have had more than me.
Well, my point is, there's something going on in there. Something not good. Something that should be purged. But I can't do it by myself.
So, first doubt I have, is it normal to have a demon king in just your living room around here? Like a demon king figure?
No, it was just, it was there as if it was taken from a ship.
He said it was the figurehead of a ship. And I
Yeah.
don't think I know of any ships that have figureheads that with demons on the front. Do I? Yeah.
Tom's making gesturing noises. But I don't know because it's potentially far behind. So I'm not sure.
I just like the thought that Hassak asks out loud. But it's like, I don't think I know. Do I? Do I?
What's up? Huh?
Do a history check.
There we go.
You have heard of one before. It was called Sea Bitch. And that's an actual thing from D&D as well. But from what Grimleg is describing to you, it sounds like this is Urtu, who was a Baylor demon that terrorized Icewind Dale over a century ago. Specifically around the lake areas. So it could have been made in his likeness. It could have even been on his personal ship if he used one. You don't know these specifics, but...
Hassak thinks for a second. He goes, I wonder if it's the figurehead of the sea bitch.
Oh, that's a very reassuring name.
Well, it was carved in the likeness of the Balor that supposedly stormed around the Icewind Dale, several centuries ago.
I'll describe
Havoc.
I'll describe the demon as best I can and see if it matches up with Baelor.
Certainly does.
Ooh.
From Hassak's super knowledge of demons and devils.
Well, it seems like it might be. But were they known for tying? Well, maybe that ship was haunted.
You mean what ship isn't haunted?
I would hope.
The amount of people that die on board a ship, guarantee you. I'm sure every single one of them's haunted.
Suddenly, I don't really want to be on a ship.
Oh, it's not so bad.
Anyway, I think we should go in there in force. So they're clearly hiding something from us. Anyway, take a look at the papers. Maybe it'll make sense of what's going on.
Can we make like an investigation check or something with the papers?
Yes, you can.
Ooh. That was that one again. God damn.
How many times have you rolled a one?
4.
Damn,
That's awesome.
this is why you play halfling, everybody.
Oh wait, what? No, 1, 2. That's 5. Holy shit.
Best fucking race. Unless you're Sam Regal, who refuses to re-roll ones. Anyway, both Hassak and Fidvan set down the papers and begin like rummaging through them, and there's bits missing. You start to see a pattern in some of the stuff that Grimleg has got, and specifically over some of the poll names that you've got. The names match people that are making payments specifically to the town hall and its council. For some reason, these people are being missed out of the polls. Whether that's to do with the sudden payments or not.
Oh.
I was thinking as well the town hall was a little lavish. When I saw it through Grimleg's eyes.
What?
One other thing that both of you get from looking at this. 2 of the people that were actually disincluded and making these said payments have now been killed under mysterious circumstances.
You think maybe someone is trying to punish this corruption and going after the people who are paying to get themselves out of the pool?
Yeah, what if, you hear me out, what if the murders are related, right? Those 2 people who paid their poll have mysteriously been, murdered. And now you've got people paying polls to not be sacrificed, but then if they do so, they've got this guy who thinks it's not right. Is that perhaps what's going on?
How many people are there who have paid and are still alive? Maybe we can find the murderer by shadowing them.
It's hard to tell because there's missing pieces from what Grimlegs brought you. But there's at least 4 other names.
You said 4 at least?
At least 4 other names.
So it's not really going to be easy.
No, I think we should just go in, deal with what we have to deal with, and then we can always leave and run away if it gets too much, and then hopefully we can have a rummage in that scroll cupboard.
Yeah, there was more stuff in there. I didn't get anywhere near all of it.
Let's hope it hasn't drawn attention to him with his bird thing.
Yes.
Hey, look, I knew exactly what I was. It happens all the time. Birds flying into windows, flapping about.
I don't think it's very often that smash windows. Not without dying.
What confuses me is that you smashed the window and then left out the door anyway.
Look, I wasn't thinking straight.
Well, in any case, going there quickly will probably give us an advantage. Maybe they haven't noticed it yet.
Besides, what do you mean about looking through my eyes? These are my eyes.
Well, sometimes.
What?
Don't
How
be
are you seeing Grimleg?
Grimleg is
Hasek just
actually familiar.
smiles.
Meep, do you know anything about this?
Meep just nods.
Ah, you are very wise, Meep. Wait, no, we want to sleep first.
No, no sleeping. You got to go there immediately. It's too early to sleep. You're not tired.
My
I
old
thought-
Tom.
Oh, Hasek took a short rest during that period he was away. So
Well, at least let Grimleg take a short rest.
Yes, Grimleg can have a short rest.
Okay, yes.
Oh, am I on here?
Yeah.
I think it's because my token's changed. Sorry, didn't recognise it initially.
So, should the more dexterous of us sneak in and the rest act as just sentinels, tell us if anyone's coming?
I'd be honest, I think it'd be better. I'll just go on in. At this point, there's a smash window. So
That is true.
Oh, we can just go through the door, but the ghost is there. I don't want to go first. Someone tough should go first, with good brains.
I mean, tough and with good brains.
Yeah, so it's clearly me, but...
Wow. Last time I cover your ass.
You can go first, then. There you go.
No, you know where you're going. Come on.
Oh, you're tough, and you have good brains, and you're very beautiful. So you...
I deserve is the father that they need.
She pushes you forward.
No, not doing it.
You know where you're going.
Not
You
doing
need
it.
to lead the way. I'll be right behind you.
Meep
No.
rolls his eyes and opens the door.
See, he's look how strong and brave he
I'll
is.
follow you.
Meep is the hero we all need. Get off me.
Just standing on you all the way through.
Hasek squeezes between everybody and peers around the corner to see if what Grimleg was talking about is true.
It indeed is. There is this giant figurehead in the center of the room. No woman tied to
And
it,
he
though.
looks around and exclaims to the guys, "It is the master of the sea bitch."
Eh,
But what is it here?
That's a really good question. And Hasek's going to step out with Meep.
eh.
Charisma saving throw from Hassak.
Charisma saving throw. Fuck.
It's not me this time.
You must do a Christmas saving throw or be jolly.
Be jolly.
It's a Christmas saving throw.
Does Meep need to make a charisma saving throw too?
Yes.
Meep.
If I walk over here, do I also need to make a charisma saving throw?
I think you bugged my character.
Why? What's happened?
I don't know. There's two of me. Oh no.
Oh no.
Could you drag me back on and delete whatever was there before?
1 second.
Whatever monstrosity has taken your form.
That's not transform.
I've made a big boo boo. I cannot crochet with nails.
Oh no.
Do you not just use your nails as the needles?
Nah, the square tips, not stilettos.
Then just get some like nail clippers and try and like cut out little tool pieces.
No, I only did them last night. It took me 4 hours to do my nails yesterday.
Oh
gonna
yeah,
refresh it.
weird. It's like you don't exist on my other thing. Wait, oh, there we go. I think I deleted you.
I'm refreshing it to see.
Oh, maybe. Fidvan, charisma save, please.
Yep.
I have not had to make one, which means I might be immune.
Yeah,
Which
maybe
means-
for 24 hours.
Grimlock is going to get a lot braver if that's the case.
You may have had to make one after the fact.
Hang on, I think I have a feature that might help me with this. Not entirely sure though. Let me see. Dispassion. Advantage on all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws. Yes. So I can make another one.
9 on the first one.
Well,
3
shit.
on the second one. Amazing.
Oh. Yeah, it says my token doesn't exist. Let me find out. That's weird. Token. My token. So we...
Arya, are you coming in?
Yeah.
Okay. Ophelia, Arya, both of you, please make
Oh shit.
saving throws.
What saving throws?
Charisma.
Ah. Oh, where's charisma listed on her? It's not.
Just click the charisma ability, and then it'll give you the option to roll. It's an ability or a saving throw.
Oh, right, yeah. Ability check.
Oh dear.
Oh, not bad.
That's not bad.
So, the majority of you, as you step into this room and look upon this strange figurehead itself, suddenly get this strange sensation. You go dizzy for a second, and then suddenly something sets in your mind, and you're certain of this fact. Arya, Grimleg, you two, when looking upon it, kind of feel this thing trying to intrude on your mind, but shake it off pretty quickly.
Okay.
Bad. It's like the tentacle guys.
Actually, Hassak, Fidvan, both of you do me Arcana checks.
Okay.
I was going to say me, but not me.
Could you drag me back onto the map?
What are you implying there about Meep?
He's pure evil.
Yeah, I still...
Yeah,
there we go.
Fidvan.
Okay, so there may be 2 of me, but I can move.
I don't think there is 2 of you, but oh well.
There's one.
I don't think any of us can see that, or at least I can't
Yeah,
see it.
that's all right.
2 different screens. But anyway,
that's
Fidvan, looking at it, it's some kind of demon or devil. You're not quite sure on the exact parts of it. But Hassak, upon setting your eyes on it, yes, confirmed. It is the Balor Urtu, like from the description that Grimleg gave you, that you suspected. But the most interesting fact is this whole figurehead is made from Shardolin.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Chardolin's that weird stone we found, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's made from the bad Shardolin.
Oh.
The black one.
You know, the one that Arya's carrying around a piece of.
So we can't burn it then.
No.
Anyway.
Being in its presence is probably not a good idea.
Yeah, so follow me.
Question is though, why is it here?
Yeah, that is also what I was thinking.
Probably in some worship to that damn Frostmaiden. I would find something else. She's probably somehow related.
So the scrolls are in here.
The scrolls?
I don't know. Scrolls.
Ooh, scrolls. Then Hassak goes.
I shall also investigate.
Yeah, same.
Oh.
Everybody do investigate.
Oh, no.
Dice
Well, Foundry is
flying
doing
everywhere.
some weird shit, but
It's because everybody's rolled at the same time.
I'll leave it to the smart people. I'm just gonna inspect this thing and be like,
You're not so tough.
it is absolutely outrageous that I have the highest investigation but I haven't rolled all that well ever.
So I think Hassak was onto this earlier. When you search through the papers and figure things out, there's a lot of nonsense here that's just general town comings and goings, like new people to the town, citizens and babies being born. But one thing you note is of caravans traveling. And Hassak in particular, you come across this theory that every time that this moving merchant caravan called Torgs enters the city is the same time somebody dies. And then the next night, the caravan leaves. So in between it arriving and leaving, somebody dies.
Hassak, after spending a couple of minutes, kind of points that out and goes, "Wait a second. Didn't we hear about this Torg's caravan before? I swear somebody mentioned them. Or
Did we?
I'm sure somebody mentioned something about a caravan. Some man.
Is that the Goliaths? I don't really remember any caravans.
I don't have the keen mind feat yet, so I can't quite remember exactly.
What's a feat?
You know, I obviously have a character. I'm sure we've heard of caravan name before, but it was something by the name of G rather than Torgs. I don't know if I'm just remembering it. Probably remembering it wrong.
Maybe.
Anyway, look here. You see, every time this caravan comes through town, somebody gets murdered.
That's a... It might be too easy of a pattern to recognize. Maybe someone's framing them. But we should anyways investigate.
I suppose. But then, even if we stop the murders, people are still going to get sacrificed.
Yeah, I'm thinking we should probably do something about this Frostmaiden
I wouldn't trust anybody, though. Everybody seems to be somehow worshipping that damned Frost.
They
Whatever
do.
she is.
That they do.
So, as the rest of them are searching through the room, looking at papers, investigating, Grimleg, as you're kind of like sneaking about and hopping about the main figurehead itself in the center of the room, at some point you turn round and notice something seems to rise out of the floor, and the same woman with the hair dripped in front of her face begins to float just through the floor itself and hovers in place.
Stay back!
She flicks her hair back and lets out a horrendous screech in your direction. I think
My stuff!
this is the perfect time for a cliffhanger as she reaches out to touch you.
Reach out and touch me.
You need to make a charisma saving throw.
No, Grimleg's immune!
Not to this, Grimleg. The rest of you just hear a shriek from Grimleg out in the other room. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there so we don't know what happens next until the next session. Are we free? Are we 5-3? 3-3? Brain melting.
Yeah.
Next Sunday is New Year's Eve, so probably not, to be honest, next Sunday because it's New Year's Eve. I think we might have Lisa and Lewis over. Actually, you guys will, well, if you want to.
That's a good point.
Careful.
I'll just get the train, 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might catch a plane.
I was going to say, Anders will be like, yeah, see you later. Been booked.
All crashing at Tom's and Emily's.
Yeah, everyone's welcome. No problem.
We've got
We're
2
not doing
sofas and 1 spare bed.
1 big bed.
It's not that big.
I could always get some of the big cat beds
I mean,
on
I'm
the
sure we
floor.
can squeeze like 2 people in there.
I mean, if Jamie turns out to be actually halfling sized, then it could work.
I can make myself compact.
Yeah, we've got plenty of cat beds.
There we go. As long as you don't mind a little bit of cuddling, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Cuddling's the best.
Just like a whole.
And then on Saturday we've got Strahd, haven't we? On Saturday.
Oh, are we doing that? Yeah.
Ooh, one
Yeah,
big coffin.
Ooh.
So
So it
yeah,
probably won't be next weekend.
not next weekend.
The weekend
But
after.
we
The
will be
weekend
able-
after.
but unless actually, having said that, we could. I'm afraid, I don't know if anyone else is, but oh no, hang on a minute. It'll be later because Tom's working late. But I could do the Friday evening.
Oh,
Yeah, I
wait.
finished at 5 on Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
I'm probably
Friday.
working.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry.
I will be a skitting.
Till
I
the
am
middle
way
of the
too far
night.
from my family to be busy these days, so yeah.
So it'll just be Andres and Emily at this point, leading the campaign. Anyway,
Well, I
we'll
can't do
figure
that,
it out.
was it?
So we'll probably do it the weekend after. But either way, there's the Christmas special for you. Grimleg almost getting possessed by a ghost.
No,
It's the ghost
I'm already
of Christmas
possessed by a
future.
frog.
Well, there's still plenty of room for possession in there.
He's one of those bottomless
Andrew,
goblins.
I want to come and get a flight over and stay with us for a couple of nights on Christmas Eve. Not Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. You are more than welcome. Like, I didn't want it to sound like I was actually joking and didn't want you to come. You're welcome.
I shall consider it.
Too late. He's already booked the flights now. He's coming tonight.
Yeah, he's coming.
Well, we already knew that.
You just hear the plane announcer in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the airport this whole time.
He's like a vampire. All he needed was the invite. He was ready to go straight away.
Sure. Well, anyone's welcome. So just let us know.
There we go. That's the end of this session. We will return with more artwork because Pete needs to complete one every single time we do a session.
No!
Mhm.
I do have 2 maps to complete in the meantime.
We'll
Instagram and Patreon.
we'll use
Dungeon Weaver on those platforms.
Dungeon Weaver. Is it Dungeon Weaver Games or just Dungeon Weaver?
My email's dungeonweavergames@gmail.com. But the
Sorry.
actual site is Dungeon Weaver.
So that was dungeonweavergames@gmail.com.
Yep.
Just to say it a few more times, I guess. Dungeonweavergames@gmail.com.
DungeonWeaverGames@gmail.com. Don't send me nudes. Or do.
Or send him
Either
all
way.
the nudes. Anybody watching right now, especially if you're a goblin, he loves the goblin nudes.
Yes.
Goblin nudes are the best nudes.
Or a tiefling. A
They
white
take
tiefling.
time to download.
Yes, white tiefling nudes, please.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. That's the Duck and Raven signing out. Say Merry Christmas, guys!
Merry
Christmas!
Christmas, guys!
That was
Christmas,
horrendous.
guys.